Understanding Students with ADHD, presented by Kylie Kaiser. According to Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 11% of U.S. school-age kids are diagnosed. This was the most recent report from 2012. ADHD is an attention deficit hyperactive disorder. This is a mental disorder that affects mostly children. 6.4 million children ages 4 through 17 are diagnosed with ADHD in the U.S. From 2003 to 2012, there has been a 41% increase of ADHD being diagnosed over the past 8 years. From 2003, there was a 7.8% increase. In 2007, there was a 9.5% increase, and in 2012, there was an 11% increase. Some of the reported reasons of increase may include a child being overdiagnosed, playing outside too much, lack of structure in the home, poor sleeping habits, the use of games, tablets, and phones, or a parent may want their child to have a magical pill in order to succeed in school. Some specific behaviors and characteristics with a student with ADHD may include inattentive, hyperactive, impulsive, fidgets with their hands. A child may climb or run around excessively. Symptoms of hyperactive include a child may talk excessively, a student may get out of their seat in a situation where a teacher expects them to be seated, or the child may seem to be always on the go or acts like they are driven by a motor. The listed characteristics for a student participating in school may have trouble with focusing and sitting still in class. A child with ADHD may also blurt out answers or get out of their seat and walk around the classroom. ADHD is not the same in all kids. There are 3 types of ADHD. The first type of ADHD is hyperactive impulse ADHD. This includes the symptoms of hyperactive and the need to move constantly. The child may also have trouble with impulse control. The child may also struggle with sitting still in class and managing their behavior. The next type of ADHD is inattentive ADHD. This is where a child has a difficult time paying attention in class. They are easily distracted. The third type of ADHD includes a combination of hyperactive and inattentive ADHD. So the student will show both symptoms from hyperactive to not being able to pay attention and is easily distracted. On the left, there is a picture for ADHD. It's a 101 teacher card. It goes through different age groups. So the first age group is 5 through 9, which is classified as early elementary. The next is age through 10 through 13. This is late elementary to middle school. And age 14 through 20, high school to college. It goes through the symptoms that the child may struggle with in the classroom. According to IDEA 2004, students with ADHD are not classified as a specific learning disability, considering ADHD has not been considered a learning disability. A student with ADHD falls under the category Other Health Impairments. From the Learning Disability Association of America, 30 to 50% of kids with ADHD also have a specific learning disability, such as dyslexia, or autism. Some effective class-wide interventions include 3 important components the teacher needs to know: accommodations, instructions, and interventions. It is important that the teacher has the room set up specifically for students with ADHD, which include, if you have students with ADHD, sit them away from windows and doors because those are easy distractions for students with ADHD. Also have a quiet area free of distractions for tests and quiet studying. Desks and chairs should be in a row because if they're around each other or facing another classmate, they may get easily distracted by what they are doing. Also, with a student with ADHD, it is important to use anything visual, such as charts, pictures, or color coordinating, as anything with colors or different pictures grabs the student's attention with ADHD. When doing a lesson, provide outlines for note-taking, as this helps the child with ADHD to stay on task and know what they need to get done. Help students with organization, such as create a master binder with separate sections for each subject. Create a system for a student to write down important assignments and due dates, and help the student keep track. When providing tests for students with ADHD, it is important to do it their way, whatever best fits their needs, such as if a student performs well with tests, doing it orally or filling in the blank, provide those options. If you have a long-term assignment, divide it into segments and assign a complementary goal for each segment for the student to know what needs to get done on a timely manner. For providing an instruction for a kid with ADHD, provide instruction one at a time and repeat it as necessary. With a student with ADHD, as the teacher needs to establish eye contact with the student. Keep your instructions simple and structured as possible. Allow your student with ADHD to have frequent breaks and allow the student to squeeze a ball or tap something to keep their hands busy. After providing a lesson, summarize your key points. Be specific on what needs to be taken home. Remind the student what needs to be taken home, whether it's a certain book that needs to be taken home or homework that needs to be done. Let that student know. After giving an assignment, the best way for a student with ADHD to get something down or to understand what needs to be done is have 3 different students repeat the assignment back to you. And then once all 3 students repeat the assignment back, have the entire class repeat it back. Praise the student with ADHD for positive work, as praise helps the child know that they are doing what they need to be doing. Provide cues for the child with ADHD, such as a touch on the shoulder or place a sticky note on the student's desk to keep them on task. When providing a lesson or an activity, vary the pace and provide different activities for the student. With a student with ADHD, it is important to keep them moving and keep them on task. Students with ADHD have a terrible time with sitting still in class, so it's important to have activities in your lesson where the student gets out of their seat and participates. This is where I got all my sources from. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.